Frank Martin goes and presses Tank Davis without showing him any respect, then we should see a different type of outing. However, if he comes in there just respecting the power and the hype behind.
Right? Hey, pay-per-view or be here.
While you are all undecided about who will walk away with the win, the pros seem to have made up their mind.
To Davis, what do you think of him? What do you make of him as a fighter?
Davis is a good fighter.
This fight has everyone talking, but Floyd Mayweather Joe's recent comments on it are more interesting than what you would have thought. Mayweather offered a surprising prediction, throwing gasoline on the already tense relationship between the two tanks. Got power, undeniable power, Mayweather acknowledged in a recent interview. But remember, power ain't everything. He needs that strategic mind. This barbed comment lays bare the building tension that we have seen between these two.
Do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like
he was going at me.
Mayweather, who once molded Davis into a champion, seems to suggest a lack of discipline and tactical thinking in his former protege's approach, and we clearly understand why he might say that, because it wouldn't appear as if Gervonta is disciplined to Floyd.
Big bro, little bro, seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where it's not.
Mayweather has a surprising connection to both fighters. Years ago, his Mayweather Promotions gym was a breeding ground for talent. A young and hungry Davis perfected his skills under Mayweather's watchful eye, but the gym also housed Frank Martin, and it is recently that we have seen Frank and Davis throwing jabs at each other on the time they spent with Floyd. I'm at that point where, as though I pass him and I'm doing it at a young age. It's a public jab at Davis's ego, a not-so-subtle reminder of the skills Mayweather instilled in both men. We ain't exactly on speaking terms right now, Mayweather admitted, so frankly I don't care who wins. This statement throws shade and fuels speculation. Mayweather's lack of neutrality casts a long shadow. Is this a genuine prediction or a calculated ploy to get under Davis' skin? Which is hard to imagine. This is what they'd gotten to. You said, I watched Floyd, I watched Canelo. I look at all the tapes of our Lord Mayweather, known for his strategic mind games, continues. But if I had to pick, then it would be Martin by decision. Maybe a lesson will light a fire under Tank. Picking against Davis is a bold gamble. It could be a tough love strategy, a public challenge designed to refocus Davis on the fundamentals Mayweather himself drilled into him, or it could be a more cynical move, a calculated humiliation meant to expose Davis's perceived weaknesses on the biggest stage. I want to prove to you, I want to prove what to the that you came with, I want to prove to the back home. But it doesn't end with Floyd. Teofimo Lopez also has his eyes on the fight too. Teofimo Lopez is gearing up for his upcoming fight on June 29th against Steve Clayton in Miami. This bout marks his second defense of the WBO title. He won from Josh Taylor last June. Following that victory, Lopez fought Jermaine Ortiz in February, securing a win in a less than thrilling match. Now his focus is on staying active throughout 2024, continuously sharpening his skills and maintaining his status in the boxing world. In all generosity of everything, man, I'm looking forward to give the fight fans what they're looking for, and that's just great fights, great exhibitions in all these types of ways, and just putting on entertainment for the fans out there. And to all the fight fans that are watching in anticipation of his fight, Lopez shared his thoughts on the upcoming bout between Gervonta Tank Davis and Frank Martin, scheduled to take place in Las Vegas. Davis and Martin, who fight in the weight class below Lopez, will face off in what is set to be a significant event. Lopez predicted a victory for Davis, emphasizing the importance of handling the pressure and spotlight that come with high-stakes matches. Frank Martin, who holds an undefeated record of 18-0 with 12 knockouts, is stepping onto the biggest stage of his career because he will be the main event of the evening at the MGM Grand, celebrating its 100th fight card. Despite Martin's impressive record, Lopez pointed out the challenge of performing under such intense scrutiny. Tank and Frank have a great fight. It's a good show and event despite Tank not showing up to the grand arrivals the other day. Lopez commented he acknowledged Davis's focus and understanding of what it takes to excel at the highest levels of the sport. Lopez highlighted the pressure Martin will face, noting that he has never competed in an event of this magnitude. Frank Martin has never been at this high degree or this pedigree or a magnitude of a fight like this. He's going to have tens of thousands of people in attendance. He's going to have millions watching at home, a lot of pressure on him. But this is what you asked for, Lopez said. He further talked about the need for fighters to rise to the occasion when they seek to prove themselves against the best. Lopez also pointed out the mental challenge Martin will face. I don't understand these fighters. They ask to be the best and fight the best, but when it comes to it, they choke when it matters the most. You asked for it. This is what comes with it. Get ready, buckle up, put your big boy pants on, and fight. He believes that while Martin has the potential to expose weaknesses in Davis's style, the real question is whether Martin possesses the mental fortitude to succeed under such pressure. There you go, Lopez expressed his desire to fight Crawford, viewing him as his most coveted potential opponent. He sees his career path as distinct from Davis's, who he expects to emerge victorious in the upcoming fight. It's for Tank's WBA lightweight title, so the world title is on the line. Lopez noted he acknowledged that Martin has little to lose and much to gain from the fight given his status as the underdog. Lopez believes the expectations are high for Davis to win by knockout. Everyone's counting Frank Martin out. He's the underdog. People are expecting Tank to win by knockout. I believe Tank should finish him in no more than 6 or 7 rounds. That's wrong, and he concluded the hype behind Gervonta Davis. I believe that'll be an early night for Frank Martin. But while that might be interesting, another voice that joined the list of comments is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson has recently shifted his perspective on Frank Martin. This change comes after Martin declined a financial offer to fight Stevenson, a move that prompted Stevenson to downgrade his assessment of Martin's abilities. Initially interested in fighting Martin, Stevenson now views him as a C-level fighter. Yeah, boxing me and Tank the fight. When it's the biggest fight in the world. Reflecting on Martin's decision, Stevenson said, "I think he fought better fighters than Frank," referencing to Tank Davis. He clarified his criticism was not meant to disrespect Martin. "Honestly, I see Frank, and I'm not trying to disrespect Frank because I heard him say in an interview that I'm hating on him. I'm really not." Stevenson explained his words highlight complex mix of professional rivalry and strategic positioning. Within the competitive landscape of boxing, Stevenson's primary focus is on securing a fight with Tank Davis, a match that promises massive financial rewards. He the best that he didn't even fight at 135 yet, right? He didn't. He had power at 126.30 or none of it. He is good given Davis's status as the face of boxing. Stevenson understands the importance of maintaining a respectful tone towards him. Any negative comments about Davis could jeopardize his chances of landing a lucrative fight. Thus, while he is critical of Martin, Stevenson avoids disparaging Davis, recognizing the delicate balance required in such high-stakes negotiations. Tank Davis, despite his impressive record, has faced criticism for the quality of his opponents. Throughout his career, many believe that Davis's long tenure with Mayweather Promotions resulted in matchups with less challenging fighters, often referred to as tomato cans, and man who always puts it so eloquently when he comes to describing Price fighting. This strategy, while protecting Davis's unbeaten record, has left some questioning his preparedness for truly elite competition. Stevenson subtly hints at this, noting that Davis has been out of the ring for a while and that his upcoming bout against Martin represents a significant step up in competition. Tank has been out of the ring a long time and his opposition has been marginal his entire 11-year career. Stevenson commented. He implied that the lack of tough opponents could be a disadvantage for Davis. Rounds Davis starting getting there, and right on there's Steve Farr with his unofficial scorecard. So Mayweather Promotions didn't do Tank Davis any favor by matching him against tomato cans all these years, and now that he's finally facing someone who can fight, it could bite him in the backside. Stevenson's observations about Davis's career trajectory underscore the potential vulnerabilities that could be exploited by a greater opponent. The implication is that while Davis's record is impressive on paper, the real test of his abilities will come when he faces fighters of a higher caliber. That's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for the latest notifications so that you never miss out on videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.